The Siemens Night of Champions is a chance for you to get inside the mind of an elite athlete. And there's a lot business can learn from sport: resilience, self-belief, the importance of team. We'll explore these themes with one of Australia's most enduring champions. Please welcome Lleyton Hewitt. Lleyton was the youngest ever player to qualify for the Australian Open, aged 15 years and 11 months. In 2001, he defeated Pete Sampras to win the US Open, his first major, ending the year as world number one. The following year, he won Wimbledon. He's won more Davis Cup rubbers than any other Australian Davis Cup player. Last year, he was confirmed as Australia's Davis Cup coach. And this year, Lleyton played his last Australian Open, and the crowd on Rod Laver Arena stood as one to pay tribute to a truly magnificent career. And Jeff Connolly is Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Siemens Group in the Australia Pacific region. Please welcome Jeff Connolly. Siemens is the global pioneer in the field of industrial digitalisation, with clear benefits for the oil and gas industry, a topic very close to your hearts, with LNG 18 in full swing. Ingenuity for life is Siemens' new motto.
Ingenuity is a word that stems from the Latin of engineering, and it's about invention. And Siemens is the largest engineering house in Europe, and we survive only on invention. So that goes together very well with the narrative in Australia at the moment about innovation, because it's a perfect match to what we need to be doing differently to connect ourselves, to be more competitive, to be able to be part of the global marketplace. The team's the most important thing. If the team's not working with each other, nothing will work. Siemens has got 340,000 people worldwide in 190 countries. So if that thing doesn't want to work with itself, you have no chance. But when it does work with itself, it's the most powerful thing you'll ever find on the planet.
And I had to set a team that I wanted to travel with, and I needed a really tight-knit team of obviously coaches, physios, fitness trainers. But that's what good teams do, and I think that's one of the biggest reasons, for me being here tonight as well, is to talk about how teams can come together.
Elite athletes play to their strengths. Lleyton certainly did. Does Australian business play to its strengths?
I think we're moving that way. I think there's so much opportunity. We can actually export whatever we do in the new world out to the rest of the world from Australia. So I think there's great opportunities at the moment.
As long as you go out there and you have a positive mindset and you always want to improve and try and get the most out of yourself, I think you've got to always evolve and keep changing your goals as well. And that was one thing I was never satisfied. And I think even as good as you can be, there's always areas of your game that you can keep working on. I don't think it would have mattered if I was a tennis player or as a business person. Every day I would have gone to the office and I would have wanted to get the most out of myself.
And if I look at Siemens particularly, the simple stuff, fine, many can do it, but the stuff that's really difficult and really cutting edge is what separates out the champions from the non-champions. I read a body of work that's coming out of Canada at the moment about selecting people for businesses, IQ, EQ and RQ, the resilient quotient. The ability to get back up again after you had a disappointment and keep getting up and keep getting up and keep getting up, and actually differentiates a lot of leaders in the world. And it's a new managerial thought at the minute.
Lleyton, what role did technology play in your training regime? And I'm thinking about data collection and analysis. How has that changed over the years?
Yeah, we've watched a lot more, gone through matches, I guess, more like a football club does, and actually analyse. And it is a lot easier, obviously, for a tennis player because you're just looking at two people out there hitting a ball. The
explosion in data collection. Everybody knows it in this room. Anybody that's working with us knows that. It's all about then how do you interpret that data. We've got turbines in the oil and gas field. We've got wind turbines that are collecting massive amounts of data where we can actually predict exactly what's going to happen. We can actually simulate before we build something what those stresses are going to look like. We can create digital twins. The Mars rover, for example, that went to Mars was the prototype. There was no need for a prototype.
As the technology has got a lot better with tennis rackets and strings and how these guys have so much more power out there, you actually do have to go back and analyse matches a lot more.
Jeff, do you need to make a phone call to your tennis technology department. Look at the lines.
Siemens spends $6.5 billion Australian dollars a year on R&D.
Right.
But I don't think we have a tennis department.
Don't know. Lleyton Hewitt, please. Thank you.